children in Lebanon.
The crisis in the Middle East may be thousands of kilometers away, but for these Lebanese Canadians, this crisis couldn't have hit closer to home.
I just want the government to do its job and get the Canadian people, the Canadian citizens out of Lebanon safely as soon as possible.
Hawaida Elouar's father is one of those Canadians on vacation in Lebanon right now. She doesn't know where he is. She hasn't been able to speak to him since the bombings began.
I just want to speak to my dad. That's it. I just want to know that he's okay. I just want him to come home.
And then, just moments after we spoke with Hawaida, the emotion of what has been going on simply overwhelmed her. So much so, she collapsed right onto the sidewalk and needed to be carried off. There are an estimated 50,000 Canadians currently in Lebanon. The Canadian government says it is working hard to get them out of the country, sending a number of ships to transport them home. But criticism here in Canada from the Lebanese community that the evacuation plan is not working quickly enough. The Prime Minister defends the government's actions.
Our officials have been in contact with literally thousands of people in Lebanon to prepare this and have lined up resources in several countries to make it possible.
Meanwhile, the fighting in that region rages on. Israeli warplanes continue to batter Lebanon. At least 230 people, mostly civilians, have been killed in Lebanon, and about 25 Israelis have lost their lives in this growing conflict.
This protest being held in downtown Toronto coincides with a number of similar protests being held around the world. Organizers vow to keep these demonstrations peaceful, but at the same time, they also vow to keep them going as long as it takes.
We want the violence to stop. It won't solve anything. It's just making peace farther and farther and farther a goal for all of us.
And Jackie, evacuation plans for Canadians stranded in Lebanon are scheduled to begin just about any time. Ottawa has chartered 7 passenger ships that will transport 4,500 Canadians a day to the nearby island of Cyprus. Now, from there, they will eventually be flown back home. Jackie.
All right, Global's Anthony Robart joining us live from the newsroom tonight. Thank you, Anthony.